Hello everyone, how you doing? How you doing today? Welcome to this week's portfolio update. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're being safe out there. I hope you're doing well. On this week's portfolio update, I'm gonna go over a few things. We are gonna go over the portfolio just to check on things, see how things are doing. We're gonna do that. Today I'm gonna touch on this right here. I think this is pretty important. I'm going to touch on that really quickly. We're also going to take a moment to look at this this compounding interest calculator. I think it's pretty interesting. I put some numbers in and did some projection out. We're going to touch on that. We're also going to take a quick moment to look at this deal that Warren just bought. He bought Dominion Energy. Is an energy company in the south of the U.S. I have their stock. They sold their natural gas asset to Warren Buffett. We're gonna kind of touch on that as well a little bit. Before we check out the portfolio for the week, I would like to take a moment to just point out some things, right? Here in America, in the United States, if you're lucky enough to be in America and you're you're lucky enough to be in the United States and you have access to being able to open a broker, like what I'm doing with my M1 Finance portfolio, you have access to being able to open a broker and actually start building a stock portfolio for yourself. I just wanted to point out this image really quickly. This right here, I'm not going to mention on commodities much, but this right here is the like 3 or 4 important things that we all need to know about in the US. Us that we live in America, that we have access to be able to buy some of these things, we need to know about this. So now, the reason why I'm pointing some of these things out is that when you let's start with real estate, right? When you have real estate in the US, when you have your own house or you buy a house under a business and you're renting it out, this is a huge way to save money on tax. Huge way to save money on tax, because when you have a property that you're renting to other people, or maybe you're living in it as well and you're not paying rent to other people, and you rent out part of it, or you live in one side, you rent out the other, this gives you a huge tax write-off that you pretty much would end up not paying taxes on pretty much your income, right? So this is this is a key pillar in terms of building wealth in America and trying to hold on to the money that you have for generations to come, because this is a huge way to do it. Another way of really getting rich in America is to get into business, like starting your own business. If you have an idea of something that you want to do, if you have an interest in something, starting your own business is also a huge deal. When you start your own business, you're able to be in control, and businesses in America also give you huge tax write-off, because the way taxes are looked at in America is, if you have a business, you get the income, you take all your expenses out, and I mean all your expenses. If you're talking about deductions, depreciation, amortization, I think I butchered that name. But yeah, you take all the things that you're supposed to take out, you take it out before you pay taxes on what's left. And most of the time, if you have a combination of business and real estate, most of the time these two pretty much go together, because if you buy real estate, you want to buy under a business, right, to rent out. So the business would have expenses and the real estate would have expenses. So if you combine both of them, these are very powerful ways for you not to pay much tax in the United States, and you just pretty much be good over there. The other point is the stock market, and this is the one that I'm setting up right now. This is like my M1 portfolio. I'm working on this and I'm setting this up. Eventually I'll start my own business and obviously start real estate. Commodities, yeah, commodities are important to kind of hedge against all of this stuff, because this is something completely different. This one, you need effort, you need work and effort to be able to go in and get oil, or go in and get gold. So commodities kind of come down the line when you've built enough I guess investments in real estate businesses and stock market. Then you can couple commodities with your portfolio. I just thought I should point this out because this is a pretty important pillars of, I guess, wealth building in the US. So I just thought let me point this out really quickly. So let's get into my main first pillar, because this is my main focus right now. And on today's update for Friday, we generated about 5 cents, right? So this is probably the lowest I've ever earned in one day, but this is money just dropping into the portfolio without me doing anything. Like, the money just drops in from all the companies that I own. It's amazing. For the week, the portfolio generated $5.90, $5.90, and for the month we are looking great. We have generated $45. This is the kind of thing that I'm telling you. If you can get someone to be paying you $1 every single day, you can get someone to pay you $1, and you just let that compound over years and years and years, you will be really sitting really pretty. The other thing I wanted to point out in the portfolio for the week was right here. Last week I changed the allocations, and I mentioned that the new money that I had coming into the portfolio would be distributed to these sections of the portfolio, these 3 sections, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. This almost is going to catch up to 8% allocation soon. 8% allocation on this one, 36%. So the portfolio is doing really well. Last week wasn't like too much, but I'm really grateful. I earned $5.90, and for the month we've earned $45, so that is pretty nice. Yeah, I always like to just pop right in here every week and share with you so you can see how the money comes into the portfolio. As I build the amount of money the amount of shares that I own in all these different companies and ETFs, as I build them over time, the amount of earnings that I'm going to earn is also going to go up over time. Obviously there's more pages, but as you can see, the money comes in pretty nicely, and it's just like clockwork. You get paid just for owning. You get paid just for owning all these companies. We all know them and we all love them. We all buy their stuff. We all deal with them. Yeah. So this is the portfolio. It's been doing great so far. I wanted to point out Tesla actually to everyone. I want to show you guys what Tesla is doing. Tesla has been like helping out the portfolio tremendously during the downturn. Tesla, Apple, and Google has been doing great for the portfolio. Let me get to that really quickly. So popping right into the energy sector here, that's where I have Tesla allocated. If you want to check out my portfolio, please look at the link in the description. I have a link to to the portfolio. You can check it out yourself. So let me point out Tesla here. Tesla has been doing really well lately. Now Tesla is roughly about $1,500. This has been doing great so far. Tesla itself, just Tesla alone, generated $364 in profit, and it's 97% return. That is crazy return in very little time. That is a crazy amount of return. Usually stocks generates about like 10% return every year, so the exponential growth in Tesla is simply amazing. I wish I had like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that I can just invest in Tesla for the next 30 years. I think if I just do that, I'll be extremely rich. But with this strategy that I'm going through here, I am looking at compounding my money slowly. This is like the slow way to get rich in the United States. Like, slowly compound your money. That means you get other people, other companies to pay you out of their profits. They pay you every single month. When this money comes in, it sits right in here in cash, and every single time that I'm gonna buy new stock, the money gets reinvested. It gets added and reinvested back into the portfolio, and it buys more stock. If I go into activities here and I go into trading, as you can see, it just, money comes in and it just buys more and buys more and buys more, pretty much. And then, like, I'm putting in roughly $200 every day. So when I get paid, like here, it's like 209. So that means 200 came in, and then the extra $9 that I got paid throughout the week gets reinvested and gets reinvested. So the portfolio is doing well, it's doing what it has to do, and the money is just pretty much coming in. I urge everybody to start a portfolio of themselves. Maybe you might not want to 100% copy what I'm doing, but links are in the description to help you get started. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a random guy on YouTube that I'm just sharing how I'm building my investments with everybody. I think this is a public good. I think more people need to share how they are investing their money so other people can see what their strategy is. So that way we can all learn from each other and kind of leave Wall Street alone and avoid all the fees and stuff like that. So like and subscribe to the video. So if you pop right in, so for the past like 3 months, from the beginning of the coronavirus to like right now, Wall Street have basically been waiting on Warren Buffett. What's Warren Buffett gonna buy? What is he doing with his money? So Wall Street has kind of been waiting for that. And last week, on the 6th of July, Warren Buffett bought Dominion Energy's natural gas asset. So Dominion Energy is like a utility company from the south of the US. I think they operate in the east, in the Midwest as well, but they are an energy company and they are trying to go a little bit more green. So they want to add like a battery to their asset collection and stuff like that. So they prefer to just sell off the natural gas. Although like the natural gas division of their business is actually very, very productive. They make a lot of money from it. I think this is a pretty interesting read. I will leave the link in the description for those that are interested in reading. I read through it. I think this is a great deal for Warren Buffett. Probably not so much for Dominion Energy, but I think they're trying to like kind of make their balance sheet a little bit more robust, and so they decided to sell it off to Warren Buffett. I think that's great. It's great for Warren Buffett. He definitely got a good deal on this. I think Dominion Energy got a better deal, but I guess they just wanted to sell the asset and get it off their books. So it's a pretty good read. I'll leave a link in the description for you if you are interested in reading it. So the other thing that is also very important that I keep an eye on nowadays is like the cases. I kind of need to know what's going on with it, because based on the cases, if the cases keep going up and the market goes down, then I will increase my contribution and keep buying more, because now stocks will be cheaper. So keep an eye on the cases of coronavirus. It looks like they are pretty much going up. This is the CDC website. It's the US government website about the virus. So yeah, let's keep an eye on this as well, because if the cases keep going up and the stock market goes down, then what you want to do, you want to buy more while the stock market is down, so you can get a chance to increase the amount of dividend that you earn. I think this is an interesting piece of information for everybody to keep an eye on. So this is a compounding interest calculator that I have here. So what I did was I kind of put an estimate of my portfolio right now, what I'm starting off with, and this is going to be a 30-year project, and I put a return of 2%. I think my portfolio is actually earning more. It's almost like 3%, or like 2.5% that I'm earning on the portfolio. And let's say every year I'm able to contribute $30,000 into the portfolio. So I'm trying to show you what the compounding effect is like. And as you can see, if I can keep on maintaining what I'm doing and keep putting in at least a minimum of $30,000 a year into the portfolio, which equates to maybe like $600 a week or like $500 a week or something like that. So I think we should all be able to do it. I mean, I'm not naive, some people can't, but if you can start with something, it's still very, very important to start. So I'm estimating I'll be able to contribute $30,000 a year into the portfolio. And as you can see, over the next 30 years, the portfolio should be looking really, really well, over 1 million in asset within that 30 years. Hopefully the goal is to make sure it's way more than 1 million, maybe like 10 million, 15 million in the portfolio. That's like the ultimate goal, because that's what I want. But yeah, so I just thought, let me point this out as well. You can Google compounding interest calculator, so you can have an idea of, if you start with this amount of money and you're earning this amount, and you start with this amount, you are planning to save for this many years, and this is how much percentage your portfolio is returning and generating, and this is your contribution. You should be able to get an estimate of, okay, this is how much I should be earning over a lifetime or whatnot. So yeah, use a compounding calculator for yourself, so you can get an idea of, give yourself a better projection of where your money can go, or the power of your money for the future. Portfolio here, everything is going great. The compounding effect is starting to slowly but surely kick in. This portfolio is like a second me that don't sleep, right? Is a second me that don't sleep. All I just do is put my money to work. Like I always say, there's not much I can control after I put my money into a portfolio like this. The only thing I can control is the amount of money that I put into the portfolio, and the amount of money that I put into the portfolio, and to an extent the amount of earnings, right? Because if a company cut a dividend, or like they reduce the dividend, you can decide to sell that company and put that money into another company that is not cutting the dividend. So the portfolio is doing well. I really hope you've learned something today from this video. Please subscribe to the channel, share this information with other people that you think might be interested in seeing information like this. Thank you very much, and I'll be back next week to give you a portfolio update and to show you what the portfolio has earned for the month and for the week as well next week. Have a good one. Bye.